Alright, let's go. It's the kid versus the toddler. One and all, welcome back to Age of Empires 4 action. It's Himiyama time. You know it's going to be something spicy. Dragovan, he begs us to cast his games, and it's almost like you know he's going to do something funky. I don't know what it's going to be. Is it going to be Trade Wing Gamba? Is it going to be Industry Wing? Is it going to be TC Rush? I simply don't know. But all you can guarantee is it's not going to be meta when it's Dragovan playing. Voldemar on the other side, going to be trying to play Mr. Calculated Brain here. Has gone for the Delhi Dock drop into the fishing boats. This is really cool. Actually, this is sick. The Delhi buff to fishing boats now having tracking shots means that the boat opening is really strong for them. Because you can't cheese them to try and block the play and like dodge out and get your own plays going here, right? Like this is actually a pretty solid unit to hold this area. So pretty cool read on the opening. And yeah, guys, Age of Myth China was kind of OP. It was dumb, badly balanced. Dragovan, on the other side, I'm wondering, first steps first, what are we getting? Because most players, you'd be like, oh, yeah, it's going to be Growth Wing, or, oh, yeah, it's obviously going to be, like, you know, the Desert Raider, right? I'm not convinced. Could we be seeing Gamba Wing? Because Dragovan, I feel like it's going to be Growth into Castle Rush Trade Wing with the Gamba to try and beat Delhi. I've seen him do this. For those who don't know, he actually done that exact strategy on LAN up against Blid to win a Series 3-0 against the Delhi on Coastal Cliffs. It's going to be Trade Wing and Feudal. Let's go. All right, this is cool. So basically, guys, Dragovan is going to instantly win the game if he gets a Skirmisher and the Bedouin Swordsman. Because if you get Skirmisher, you counter initial archers, you have good base damage against Ghazi, and the Bedouin Swordsman have bonus damage versus like melee. And they're very bulky. Actually, I think you just want double Skirmisher. Double Skirmisher is really solid. And then you get like 2 Horsemen and Desert Raider follow-up. But here you go. 6 on the gold. Here we go, baby. Oh my god. Voldemar has to know this is covered. There's no way he's not expecting cheese. I've got a Moss. The problem with it for Voldemar is this is really scary. When you go fishing and your opponent goes Gamba Wing, keep in mind your opponent, if he gets double Skirmisher Pump or something like that, he can immediately just get 4 units out in the field, which is vile. And you haven't even started your tech up. So it's really important you catch up fast here. So it should be Tower Victory. What? Should be Tower Victory. Will not be Tower Victory. We've got Dome of Faith. Okay, so Voldemar's just going to... Is he going to try to fast castle? I guess you could hunker down. Like, maybe you outpost the gold here, and then you just rush it. You've got the fishing to bolster you. That fishing can't immediately be killed off. Like, that's the one good thing for Voldemar here, is like this Trade Wing play. Let's say he gets double Skirmisher ticket, which is OP. It doesn't really do enough against fishing boats, because they've got the passive heal, right? And they have 150 health, by the way. You heard that correctly. Don't ask me why. They are very tanky. So, you have to go for land. If he moves quick enough and Voldemar's greedy about this, you may be able to block him. But you need either Spearman or Stables. And here we go, moment of truth. He got both. He's got Bedouin Swordsman and the Skirmisher. Guys, not only that, oh my god, this is broken. He got food on the roll as well, which is intense here. Because remember what I said, you want to get like Horseman or Desert Raider follow-up. Both options are primarily food. This is perfect. He also got wood. So if he just gathers a crap ton of gold, he can get everything he needs. This is not okay. This is RNG, baby, but sometimes you just gotta roll it. So I think you just bypass this. Funnily enough, Voldemar can defend against this. This is not what you want to attack. Because look, remember the archer ships, the fishing boats rather don't miss anymore. You just need to go for land. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, here we go. So you don't want to be going... Oh, God, he's going to try Ghazi. So the reason why Ghazi's a bit tough is the Bedouin Swordsmen are decent at dealing with Ghazi, but if he's following up stables with Desert Raider and Horseman, you're dead. This is hard for Voldemar. He also doesn't have better infantry to fall back on, right? He didn't go Tower Victory. Did I just do the emote laugh from AoE 2? I don't know what that is, but I will say I'm older than AoE 2, so therefore AoE 2 copied me. Basic logic. Horseman on the way. So what do you do if you're Voldemort here? Blacksmiths would be really helpful because skirmishes have pretty high base damage at 7. The problem is if you go archers, this is the annoying thing, right? This is why skirmishes are potentially a ridiculously broken unit, is they counter both spears and archers. Voldemort basically just has to spam Ghazi really quickly. Voldemort just Bing chilling? What, you mean the player account? Bing chilling was sort of. I'm pretty sure. Alright, Ghazi coming out. You want to go straight for the skirmishes, though. Fighting Swordsman is lost. Here we go. Hits on top of him. Skirmishes. Stand their ground. This is actually a good trade for Voldemort. He gets rid of both and gets away. Okay, well played. Golf claps. Guys, this is sick. The Horseman and the Desert Raiders timing was a little bit delayed there. Had they been there in time, that was a really hard fight. So now, Dragavan needs to roll lucky again. We're about to get a new ticket in 30 seconds. It needs to be skirmishes again. If he gets skirmishes, swordsman again, Dragavan's dad owns Microsoft. The reason that time was important, by the way, is if he had waited, say, 10 seconds, he died to Desert Raiders. What I want to see Voldemort now do is pull the Scholars out to heal. Like, you want these Ghazi perma topped off. Funnily enough, at this point, like, this is where Dragavan would benefit from adding in Iraqs. Because 2 or 3 Spearmen kind of ruins the plan now for Voldy. Damn, Voldemort already knows it, though. Archery range being dropped. Remember, archery range is good up against the Swordsman, bad against the Skirmishers. But there are no Skirmishers right now. Skull is being pulled. Voldemort. Oh, this is so cool. Dome of Faith doesn't usually feel good, but this is a situation where it's damn nice. 4 Scholars now, so an easy top-off. Other side, Moment of Truth. He got the Swordsman, but not the Skirmishers. So this is problematic. He's going to spawn them out. But Voldemort, Archer plus Ghazi is now a really strong comp. The other options are traders. You could try to set that up, but I don't think that returns value quick enough when your opponent's spamming Ghazi. Oh, the game state? Yeah. I think Voldemort's Reap is right. Like, my worry was that he was going to chill. Like, if he waited in the base and spammed more Ghazi, the Desert Raiders arrive and he loses that initial fight. But his read to just out-micro on the initial engagement put him ahead now. The Swordsmen are kind of like Men-at-Arms, but they actually take bonus damage from archers. But they are very bulky. 140 raw health, no armor. So in a way, like, they are a more efficient frontline than Spearmen. They will, against most front lines, do 12 damage. The problem is genuinely archers counter them. Moving in, Ghazi get on top of the Desert Raiders. Archer's trying to target that down as well. Voldemort, nice pull away here. A lot of injuries there, but remember, he can top off the Scholars. Needs to be careful about this retreat. Ghazi have to spread the line again. Desert Raiders go down in a bad fight now. Dragavan has to retreat, but that's going to cost him dearly. Swordsman going down. Archer's being prepped behind this, but Dragavan, this is where it gets a little bit rough. It starts to feel a little bit late. Fishing also still not being denied whatsoever. I wonder if it might have been worth Dragavan stopping off for a ram to deal with this. Because the fishing is definitely inflating the Ghazi count a lot. How much sheep have we got? 4 sheep left over. Berries are forward spawning, but now he's getting out of his base. The timing was actually really good by Voldemort here. Dragavan, kind of locked in now, right? Like, hasn't prepped the traders. He doesn't want to go for that. He just spawned them. So he's going to try to bolster his eco. You can't rush castle here, though. And there we go. Blacksmith tech's now coming in. Pretty heavily delayed, but if you think about it, the alternative is having less Ghazi archers. I don't hate what you've done here because you have to get the initial units against the Bedouin, or you lose. And like double blacksmiths would have lost you the initial fight. 1 blacksmith probably would have lost you the initial fight. Right? Because you would have had 1 Ghazi coming out instead of 2. You would have just died there. So I actually don't blame him for this. Dragavan does have an edge here, though. Look at these blacksmith techs coming in. Ghazi are going to look to punish on land, though. Moves in. Quick shift back here. Without undermesh, this is expensive on the dive for Voldemort. Luckily for him, it's just 1 Ghazi going down. Is there a world in which Dragavan goes advancement wing? I don't think so. You need a pretty big military lead to make that type of sacrifice. And like, what is your play when you get there? I guess you could upgrade Horseman. Like, that Horseman could actually be everything. The annoying thing with this build about teching up, by the way, is when you tech up, you block your tickets. So your timing needs to be basically before you're within 60 seconds of your next trade wing. Because the problem is, if you, for example, get Bedouin again, you queue them up, they'll be queued behind the tech up, and you'll have to wait for Castle to complete, which feels terrible. Because at that point, you're just locking in a bunch of resources and waiting an extra minute and a half. Then coming in, though, Dragovan says, who needs a ram? Voldemar. Gonna lose some valuable food sources here. Army is on the way to react. No Desert Raider might be a problem. Wait, why do we not have a Desert Raider? Dragovan, I think you maybe missed that detail. Holds the choke point for now, but Ghazi do have the concave effect. Archer's assisting here. But Voldemar still at a big blacksmith's disadvantage. Has to back away. Might be in trouble. Bedouin and Swordsman are chasing. Archer's not quick to break away from this. The skirmish is slow to respond. Voldemar. Decent amount of Ghazi still remaining in the field. However, it looks like the dock cannot be protected here. It's going to be denied. The Desert Raider details now being fixed. Dragovan is Q2 up. Archer ship is going to come out. That could be sick. Voldemar baits the fire. Archers are focusing on this right now, which means the front line is going to lose. Horseman surging forward here. Bedouin numbers not looking great. Archer ship is going to go down, but the dock is not dead. And the bulk is one out here. Voldemar, what a distraction. Yes, the Archer ship dies, but it opens the floodgate now. 10 Ghazi, 14 Archers. Dragovan has queued up 5 Desert Raiders, but at 30 seconds a pop, they are not going to be quick enough here. And a good timing now for Voldemar to consider moving out for Sacred Sites. Definitely has mass advantage. Traders also, for some reason, turning up to the front line. We'll have to back them off. Damn. What a haul by Voldy. And he does pull a villager, so repair's going to come out. Fishing is back online, and a new archer ship's coming in. And a lockdown on those Sacred Sites now. Wall's starting to go up. This is slipping away from Dragovan. It's actually really scary when you don't have like mass horseman lead now to try and flank raid. Because you want to have enough to try and hold as a front line here and a few to peel off. But like right now, you need to put everything into the Sacred Site. Oh, Desert Raid is coming. Well, Dragovan, definitely a player that believes in the power of the camels. How much can they deliver here? Skirmish account's starting to scale up, actually. Like, he's got 4 so far. Oh, no. Guys, he got 3 wood tickets and 1 stone. So you could scale mass archers. It's not the worst idea here. In a standard Delhi build, it's GG because your opponent has Tower Victory. Remember, this is not a Tower Victory build. This is a Dome of Faith build. So actually, trading into mass archers isn't the worst value play here. It does feel kind of weird to go Trade Wing Bazaar and not get a specialized pick though, right? I'm wondering if that's an optimization in the future for this build. It's like you need a lot of gold and you're basically like optimally trading marketplace values, right? So it's all about gold. Ooh. Sleeper moment. Dragovan hanging around a bit long. Will be a bit of poke damage. Voldemar still has some fishing value left here. We're down to 250 left over. He's going to have to start making a move for more food soon. And keep in mind, Voldemar's winning these fights without Undermesh. If Undermesh comes in, this is going to be a big kick to the teeth. Dragovan needs to win soon. Comes in with the clash. Desert Raiders are going to be in range for him to dodge out the Spearmen. Ghazi getting debuffed right now, so they're pretty much at Horseman levels. Traders are actually intercepting a lot of arrow fire here, which is giving the advantage over. Voldemar needs to back away. It's just Archers left over, a few Horsemen remaining to peel. Archer lead shrinking somewhat. I think Voldemar needs to just get behind the walls and stand his ground here. Starts to shuffle in now. Could easily wrap around with the Ghazi and come out the other side here because Desert Raider is kind of out of position. Other issues, this Sacred Site is now unlocked, right? So that's a pretty nice beefy income increase of 150 resources per minute. Sorry, 125, right? So Voldemar got to be feeling pretty cozy with that detail. And Undermesh now getting closer. If Dragovan can't win a fight without that detail being there, like I don't know what he's going to do when it arrives. And he did buy all the wood, by the way. At this stage, I feel like your only play is to peel the Horseman and hunt Eco. But your opponent can do more damage because of his position, right? And I think Voldemar knows it. The other issue is you can't take the short route to your opponent's base because of the Dao. This is tough. Looks like one horseman is at least going to be out of raid, but Shiv's going to be out for that. It's only a solo. Meanwhile, main fight. Nice bait back. He pulls it back towards the archer ship. Dragavan has to commit the horseman into it. Undermesh is nice here, but at least going to be a heavy hit of damage. And now you can target the back line. Archer's in a bit of trouble. Fire comes in. But this is so annoying, right? Like, Voldemar right now is the equivalent of that kid who, like, squares up to you, acts all big and tough, and then in the fight just hides behind his friend twice your size. Right? That's what this archer ship is right now. It's very difficult to get an efficient trade for Dragavan. And what in the duck am I looking at? We've got a sneaky 2TC play coming to Drag. Oh, this is a bit more annoying, though. He pulls the villagers out in the timing. Voldemar moving in. Wait, this is perfect. He doesn't immediately react. He goes deeper to make sure the archers get in range. A cancel a double outpost. It looks like it's going to be 3 villagers down here. Voldemar finding a nice little strike. Dragavan starting to be starved out a little. And second Sacred Site now locked in for Voldy. The question is, can this TC play return fire for Dragavan? Can it get him enough here? Because my worry now is, although the fishing is gone, your opponent has supplemented himself with 250 gold a minute. And you've just spent quite a lot of resources on trying to get a delayed eco-inflation, right? 750 resources down the drain. It's going to take, like, what? Probably 3 minutes to feel like you made a return on that at least. That's like, at that point, it kind of feels like a 1,500 resource difference, potentially. It's very important you find the decaps here. Voldemar not going to allow it for free, though. Moving in now. Horseman count is only 10 here, folks. Against this many archers, if your troops aren't in position, this isn't great. These horsemen are proving a bit annoying. Like, credit to Dragavan. We said that he needs to do these type of details. The problem is, although it's idle time and a bit annoying, it shouldn't amount to medi kills. Unless you keep targeting the same position. Horseman trickling, not great here. Dragavan made the fight, though. 26 archers, but a lot more for Voldemar here. 45 archers in total. The Horsemen, a little bit religious with their dive. And really shouldn't be believing in it. I think this is going to be a lot of out of time. Dragavan now full shifting north, but that should be seen by Voldemar. Remember, he's got the archer ship here. In fact, if he gets this right, yep, pulls him over. Could be a disaster. Dragavan has to pull back further, and now Voldemar knows where he's going. So recap on the south side. Army march to the north. It's kind of wild that Voldemar is winning with mass archers without tower victory. Remember, 2TC Ayyubids is not 2C Abbasids, right? You don't get fresh food stuff. This is painfully expensive. Gold also getting denied out. 6 sites now locked in. A 5 villager lead for Voldemar. A little bit deceptive. You need to delete 2 of those, right? Because we've got the fishing boats over here. Voldy. Are we close to being... Yeah, siege engineering still a way off. So 3 to 4 minutes away. Dragavan still has some time to work with, but he needs to use it wisely. And the archer rotation, Dragavan hasn't noticed yet. Voldemar coming around the back. Finds the villagers. Dragavan a little bit slow on the pull away, so 3 more villies going down. It looks like he's going to save one of them there. So make it 2. But surely this rotation leads north now. And that's what worries me. Like, think about what's happening here. Dragavan has snuck onto the food, but it's deer and berries together. Makes you very predictable. Voldemar's hunting for it, all the while going for tech ups here. Compound defender now on the way. This could be a double disaster. The tech up is a big enough lead for Voldemar. Dragavan hasn't even started his, but on top of that, the archers are about to find it. TC now revealed. Oh boy. And that's going to be an immediate dive towards north side, right? Archers hang around for the moment. The A-click working against him. Villagers are going to vacate the area to head back home. But there isn't really much waiting there for him. Dragavan doesn't have any safe food. So how do you get out of this? If tickets are kind to you, let's say... Oh, God, no. He's got 100 seconds to wait. He's got 1 food reserve waiting to happen on the trade wing here. But basically what you needed is like double food or triple food even coming in to try and get advancement. Now I'm not really sure how you get the food quick enough. Voldy backing up for the moment. Double archership. He can shoot over the tree line. He does it. Dragovan not reacting right now either. He's losing a lot of troops to this. Horsemen the dive in. Archers are going to peel it back. And the archer ships are going to absorb all the fire. So now Voldemar can kind of trade them out for the better engagement. Horsemen wasting a lot of time on that. Fishing boats also joining in. Dragovan just has to keep pushing it though. Archer's able to back away. It's 45 right now versus what? Probably about 30 here. Horsemen have been cleared up. The first Lancer has arrived, and Dragovan may be drying up at this stage. Food income, half of what it was a minute ago. The one Lancer can tank the entire army, and this looks like game end. Yeah, Dragovan just has no recourse now. The food income is looking bad. He shifted out to the deer, but the army's now coming. He needed more than this, and he needed it quicker. Voldemar finds his timing. 5 men-at-arms in the field. 3 knights now in tow. And a GG call comes out. Gamble Wing, for a second there, had us going, but the kid is no joke. He may have the title of the kid, but he's a wise lad for his age, able to thread it through with the Delhi non-tower victory build.